Hello, this is Brian Leising with Financial Brokerage, and today I'd like to speak a little bit about the 10-10-10 plan. Now, what in the world is the 10-10-10 plan? Well, you've probably never heard of it, and that's okay. It's a fairly new concept from one of our companies here at Financial Brokerage. But basically, with the 10-10-10 plan, your client purchases a no-lapse guarantee universal life, and they pay the premiums for only 10 years. At that point in time, the policy is paid up, and we have a no-lapse guarantee. Well, over the next 10 years, your client does nothing. They just wait for 10 years. And over the final 10 years, your client gets a return of all of their premiums they've paid into the policy, and that's segmented out over that final 10 years. And at the end of that time, they still have some coverage in place. Now, it's not as much as what they started out with because that money is actually coming off of their death benefit when it gets returned back to them. Now, a target market for something like this would be people roughly age 50, maybe pushing 50 or into their 50s or so. You definitely want people in their peak income earning years so they can 10 pay this policy, but they also want to have enough longevity that they can wait the required period of time and receive all of their money back. Let me give you a little example. It might make this a little clearer. If we took a male age 50 applying for $1 million of coverage, this person would pay $24,000 per year for 10 years. He's paid in $240,000. He waits 10 years, and then from ages 70 to 80, he receives $24,000 a year every year. Now, this is completely tax-free because it's a return of his own money. At the end of that point in time, his death benefit has been reduced to $420,000. Now, you might wonder, okay, we started with $1 million, we took back $240,000, and that was coming off the death benefit. We have a gap there, right? Why are we left with only $420,000? Well, the way this is structured, if you take that money prior to age 85, they're going to apply an actuarial discount, right? It still works, they still have quite a bit of coverage, but if you would wait until age 85, then every dollar that you take off that you receive is matched by what's taken off of the death benefit. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty details. If you've listened this far, you might be interested in that. So some of the rules with this policy, you don't have to actually 10 pay it. You don't have to wait another 10 years, but the policy does have to be paid up by age 85, or it has to be paid up, I should say, before you can start taking the money in this manner. If you start taking it at age 85, there is no actuarial discount that's applied. And you can easily put on a chronic illness rider, and that won't add very much at all to the premium with this particular company. Now, there are also some other cashback options. If your client doesn't want to utilize this one particular rider, there is a full return of premium upon surrender that's offered at year 20, or there is some cash that actually builds up in this policy if your client would like to access the money that way. All told, there are about 5 ways you can get money back out of this policy. But by presenting that 10-10-10 concept, that's the easiest for your client to understand. So if you have questions on this, would like to see illustrations, I'd be happy to help. Just contact me at Financial Brokerage. You can reach us at 800-475-5555.